Yes, guys. Frederick, how we doing, my friend? Where are we live? No stress, just curious. Yeah. My bad, my bad. I was a bit late, but the stream has started. I was just trying to figure out some stuff when it came to setting up the game, making sure that everything was working properly. Because it's like you guys, you get to see me, but behind of this, there's a lot of screens, there's a lot of lighting, there's a lot of things going on. Just trying to make sure that the stream runs smoothly. And we're gonna go into the 11. But during this game, there's also going to be a lot of talk on the Ballon d'Or and how I think the Ballon d'Or should be judged. And, because there's just a lot of conversation going on about the Ballon d'Or. It's just the way some of these people are going about these Ballon d'Or conversations. I'm just not. This was one of the biggest, how do you say, one of the biggest conversations we used to have at Players Choice Footy. We spent a lot of time talking about um, how you would evaluate individual players because we were talking about this player is better, this player, that player is better. So then we just would end up also spending a lot of time talking about, okay, so why'd you say he's better? Why'd you say he's better? What criteria are you using? And I feel like a lot of these commentators, I was just hearing the commentating before the game, and fair to them, they have careers in football, but the way they go about um, comparing these players, I like. We're gonna get into in a bit as well. But they're talking about why Lamine Yamal should be winning the Ballon d'Or, and I was like, that's not the criteria we should be using. Because we know the Ballon d'Or has a lot to do with team accomplishments, and if you know me, if you're familiar with my content, you know how I feel about individual awards and team accomplishments being put together. Again, we're gonna get into that in a second, but I just wanted to open the floor for that conversation. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, leave your comments. We're gonna get into that. As I said yesterday as well. At the end of the stream, I'm gonna leave a link in the chat so we can talk about um anything really, anything relating to sports. Really and truly at this point, the post watch along chat will be about anything. If you want to talk about anything, as long as it's something sensible, something that's not gonna get my channel deleted, we can talk about it. So that'll be at the very end of the stream. I'll leave the floor open for 15 minutes. If you want to come up, come up. Let's go quickly over these 11s before we get started. Spain, Simon at the back, Mingueza, Normand, and Hutchison, and Cucurella as the back four. You've got Pedri, Zubimendi, and Fabian Ruiz as the midfield three. This midfield three is beautiful. I just remember what Fabian Ruiz was like during the during the Euros. Zubimendi as well, last game against France, extremely instrumental. Pedri, we all know how good Pedri is. The Spanish team, as good as they are, you still have Dani Almo on the bench. You've got Isco on the bench. You've got Roger, who's been injured. This Spanish team, if everyone was healthy, would be even stronger. Then you've got Lamine Yamal, Oyarzabal, and Nico Williams up front as the front three. I love Portugal, but Spain are my favorites to win this game. I have Spain winning this game 2-0. I feel like this Portugal team is very strong. We're going to get into it in a second. But when you look at this Spain 11, you can make the argument that the Portuguese 11 is better. But what really matters here is how Spain play football. And I watched Spain play in the Euros last year. I watched Spain play against France. I've watched these players play throughout the season. And yeah, Spain are just a step ahead. But the Portuguese 11, you've got Diogo Costa, Nuno Mendes, Inacio, Diaz, and Neves. Then you've got Fernandes, Vitinha, and Bernardo Silva in the midfield three. In terms of talent, this midfield three is, you can make an argument that is better than Spain's midfield three. And the attack, you can also make that argument that is better than Spain's midfield three. These teams, in terms of talent, they are really well matched up. The difference comes in. Wait, John Neves is starting, but he's not on this list on this thingy. Yeah, I was finding it weird. Why would Vitinha start in the middle by himself? Where's John Neves? Because they're doing the anthems now, national anthems, and I can see John Neves there. So why is he not here? John Neves is starting. Anyways, not the biggest deal. But yeah, then you've got Pedro Neto, Ronaldo, and Conceição. And then the attacking freeze where it gets a bit shaky, but we'll see how it goes. But as I was saying, the way Spain play football, I just have to go with Spain as the favorites to win this whole thing. Spain, out of every team I've watched play football so far this season, Spain are probably my favorite. I really like the way the Liverpool team are structured. And I really like how fluid they are. I really liked like Barcelona in their peak, how good they were. I really liked how defensively sound Inter Milan were. There's a lot of teams that I've liked, but over the past 12 months, the team that's brought me the most joy just watching play football has been Spain. The Spanish team, when it comes to playing football, they are just on another tier again. And this is the type of games where, to be fair to Portugal, we have seen this before. Portugal against France in the Euro 2016. I would even say the gap between Portugal and France was bigger than the gap between Portugal and Spain today. The gap between Portugal and France in 2016, especially the way they were playing in that tournament, France beat the favorites to win the whole thing. Germany in the semi-finals. Who else did they beat? I just remember France having a much tougher opposition up to the finals than Portugal, and France played a lot better throughout the game. They played a lot better than Portugal as well. Rui Patricio was completely inspired in that game, but then you have these moments. It's like what I was talking about with Norway yesterday. You've got a team where if you can sort out the pieces around Haaland and Odegaard, you can make something happen. So Portugal are not a team where they need to sort things out around, let's say, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes. Like Portugal are in that tier of teams I was alluding to when I made that comparison with Norway yesterday. Portugal are in that S tier of international teams where you can make an argument for each player on this team being the best player in that position. Ronaldo's getting older, but we all know what Ronaldo was like on his day. We all know the campaign that Vitinha had. We all know the run Bernardo Silva has had with City. We all know how impactful Bruno Fernandes has been for Manchester United. One of these guys is on the bench. Who's on the bench? No, he's not start. Okay, I thought I saw John Neves. Yeah, John Neves is starting. Why is he not here? Anyways, but you can make an argument for these guys. Ruben Diaz and the campaign. Oh, he's playing right back. That's why. Ruben Diaz. He's probably not going to play right back. He's probably just going to tuck into the middle. Anyways, Ruben Diaz and the campaign he's had with City over the last few years. You can make an argument. These are world class players. So it's not like they need to rely on um, individual play or individual brilliance too much. But when you're playing against a team like Spain who like to dominate the ball, it's like Portugal today. They're going to have to make a business decision. Are they going to sit back and soak that pressure in? And we've seen Spain capable of breaking down any defense so far. They break down England, they broke down France. Spain are playing another level. Are Portugal going to be cheeky and allow that pressure in, or are Portugal going to put their foot down and attack Spain on equal footing? It's going to be very interesting to see. It's also we can see John Neves now. He's meant to be playing right back. I feel like John Neves is going to be tucking in on the right, and we're probably going to see Portugal doing a lot of what we saw England doing yesterday, where you have one of the fullbacks tucking in as a centre back on the attacking phase, that being Nuno Mendes, and then you have John Neves, the other fullback, coming inside. Again, something that Pep Guardiola really changed. The inverted fullbacks. And I was saying something a bit different here. Like you can have your inverted fullback, or you can have your CDM starting as a fullback. When it comes to the defensively, maybe he's going to tuck in that position. But offensively, when they have the ball, he tucks in the middle. But again, we're going to see what Roberto Martinez has in mind. We're going to see how this team is going to set up. Very, very interesting. But yeah, let's get into the Ballon d'Or conversations now. Vitinha, they tried to play it quick, unlucky. Yeah. Here is my thing about individual awards. If we're going to talk about individual awards, like the Ballon d'Or is the most prestigious award. Yeah. Yes, you can make the argument that if you if you do very well with your team, you if you're doing very well with your team, you will be considered slightly higher. But here's my argument: what is Cucurella doing? Like the ball wasn't even on play, and he still went over to touch Conceição. Like, keep your hands to yourself, man. Anyways, you can make the argument that the individual player playing on a better team should be considered much higher. However, my argument is if this is an individual award, let's rank these players individually. If there's a player that scored 50 goals in a season and his team gets relegated, he should still win the Ballon d'Or if he is the best player in the world, even though his team hasn't really performed that well. There are many reasons as to why a player's team won't win the Ballon d'Or. And then there was this whole argument about the Champions League, and Ronaldo kind of made, I wouldn't say foolish, but he made that comment where he said, "Oh, if you win the Champions League, you should win the Ballon d'Or, or you should only win the Ballon d'Or if you win the Champions League." Well, Ronaldo clearly didn't win the Ballon d'Or. Clearly won the Ballon d'Or in 2013 when Ribery had won the Champions League. But if you look at the numbers, Ronaldo had a much better individual season. That year, Ronaldo scored 60 goals across all competitions. Ribery was nowhere close to scoring 60 goals. Yes, I think Ribery had more assists. Ribery has something like 25 assists that year. But if you're talking about in terms of individual accomplishments, 60 goals, that's insane. And Ronaldo that year didn't win the Champions League because I think Real Madrid lost to, I think it was Dortmund, the semi-finals where they got done by Lewandowski. Portugal, now they still got the ball. Pedro Neto, cross in. That was a bit of a wasteful cross. There's no need to put the ball in, but to put that cross in when he did. There was no need. But yeah, as I was saying, Ronaldo, when he won the Ballon d'Or, he clearly won it because he was the best individual player, regardless of how his team performed. So now we get into this year's argument. And yet, before I get into that same argument, I just want to, quick comment, quick sidetrack on what the commentator said before the game. The RTV commentator, I don't know his name, but he said Lamine Yamal should win the Ballon d'Or because he beat Mbappe, he beat Dembele, and if he beats VT today, he should win the Ballon d'Or. That's just such a dumb argument to make. And here's my reasoning. If this was the UFC, if this was boxing, and the best player was beating the best fighter was beating the other best fighters. Fernandez there, good cross. Portugal, Neves. Unlucky. Yeah, if the best fighter was beating the best fighters, fair enough, you can make that argument. But in football, again, this is a team sport. So it's not that Lamine Yamal beat all these players. Yes, Lamine Yamal performed well in those games, and he performed well because he's having a great individual campaign. He's playing on the great teams, and even under those great teams, he's been able to shine slightly brighter, which makes him a very special player. But it's not because he beat these teams. He didn't beat these teams. His team beat his teams. His teammates helped him. His coach helped him. So I think that's a very flawed argument to make. Very, very flawed argument to make because then you have years where even Thierry Henry, is kind of crazy that Thierry Henry never won a Ballon d'Or. As talented as Thierry Henry was, especially in my opinion, the best player in Premier League history, not counting like Ronaldo and what he did at Real Madrid, just the best players and what the resume looks like in the Premier League. There's a very good argument there to be made that Thierry Henry is the greatest player in Premier League history. He never won a Ballon d'Or, and it's kind of insane, but because team awards get valued in individual considerations, it kind of ruins the whole thing. Yeah, that was just my little rant. That took me like 10 minutes to get off. Nico Williams now on the ball. He's got space. Pedri. And this is where the danger comes in. Fabian Ruiz. Like what I was talking about like yesterday, if you're watching the stream, Frederick will know. The way England were struggling to break down Andorra in this game, a lot of pendulum football being played, the ball just being sent from side to side. That will not happen happen with Spain. Spain are not just going to send the ball side to side. When Spain do that, it's going to be to invite the team in to try and find those pockets of space to break them. Spain are very comfortable playing through the middle. Spain are very comfortable playing those diagonal balls, playing those low crosses. Spain do not waste a lot of chances. And even when they do waste chances, they keep the ball so well, they're able to go back and make those chances again. So it's going to be imperative for Portugal to, if they're going to allow that pressure to be sunk in, if Jose Mourinho was the head coach, he would definitely do that. But if they're going to allow this pressure to be sucked in, they need to be able to defend, um, to be compact when they're defending, and to really be able to hit Spain on the counter attack. Because when you have the other team spending so much time on the ball, it's going to be hard to get chances in. And Spain, there you go. That was a little mistake. Portugal there, good pressure. Fabian Ruiz making a mistake doesn't usually happen, but this is another thing. If Portugal press well, that will also help. Portugal pressed well there, forced Fabian Ruiz to make a mistake, and now they've got the ball in a very dangerous position. You've got Ronaldo there, you've got Bruno Fernandes, you've got players that can make something happen outside the box, something that Andorra didn't have. I'm of course alluding to the game yesterday. You've got a player like what's his name, like Vitinha in the middle there. Vitinha, who's very good on the ball, very creative. You've got what's his name, Bernardo Silva there as well. So you've got players that can make things happen. And Portugal there, Ronaldo as well. Ronaldo, good pressure, well done. Going towards the goalkeeper, good pressure, forcing a mistake. This is what Portugal will need to do. And so far, I'm kind of impressed. I know we're only 8 minutes in. Are we 8 minutes in? What's the time saying? Yeah, we're roughly 9 minutes in, and Portugal doing very well to put that pressure on Spain. It's gonna need to happen. When Spain have the ball, you either I was gonna say sit back, but you can't even allow Spain to do that. You have to be proactive. If you just allow Spain to if you just sit back against Spain, they're gonna break you down. They've broken down every major elite team. Nuno Mendes, their good run and poor pass. Good run from Nuno Mendes and then poor pass to Pedro Neto. But as I was saying, if you just allow Spain to come in and soak that pressure, you will be broken down. You have to be proactive. Stay on the front foot. Look for those mistakes, like that pass Fabian Ruiz made, the pass the goalkeeper made. There needs to be more moments like that. I know we're only 10 minutes in. It's like you overanalyze and you overreact to everything, but it's those moments that Portugal need to be able to react to. And the another reason why I prefer this Spanish team as opposed to like the 2010 and 2008 version or 2012 as well is because the wingers, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, are insane. They've got the pace, but they are also excellent on the ball. It's like Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams were bred for this. Let me not say bred, pause. Let me say engineered. It looks like Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams were engineered for this style of football, for this generation, and for the Spanish team. They have that Barcelona Spanish DNA, but they are still able to attack you on the counter attack to use that pace. And yes, I still think the 2008 to 2012 Spanish team would beat this team. I just think they're just way more talented than the Spanish team. But in my opinion, I prefer to watch the Spanish team. I remember as a kid watching that old Spanish team. They were a lot better, but it's very, very boring football at times. When you have Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal on the wings that can make stuff happen, that just makes Spain even more dangerous. Because then you have those moments where, like when Lamine Yamal scored against France, where the game's a bit tight, you're playing against a very good opposition, but your individual players can just make something happen. Lamine Yamal, good ball. No one there tall enough. Portugal on the counter. Bernardo Silva, you need to get to that ball first. Spain so far, very comfortable on the ball. Aside from that, those two mistakes they made, that little 5 minute span, 3 minute span, really and truly, they've regained control. But Portugal sitting very well. Defending, they sit on a 4-4-1 with the midfield and the defense very close to each other, not really allowing those vertical balls to be played, and Ronaldo up front alone. Very good from Portugal there. So far, it's a good setup. Again, against Spain, you need to see what it looks like in the long run. But so far, good setup. Ronaldo there, poor pass from Ronaldo. Spain could score here. Bernardo Silva, great recovery. Ronaldo there with a horrible pass. And Nuno Mendes and Bernardo Silva doing a great job defensively. Ronaldo, you cannot free kick to Spain in a very dangerous position. Free kick for Spain in a very dangerous position. And this all started because Ronaldo made a very poor decision in the middle of the pitch. Poor pass, Lamine Yamal there, fantastic to win the ball back. Carries on, excellent dribbling, and wins the free kick in a very, very dangerous position. I am not mad at all having Lamine Yamal winning the Ballon d'Or this year, but just that argument the commentator made, as I said at the start of the stream, that Lamine Yamal should win the Ballon d'Or because he beat all these players. That's a poor argument, very poor argument. Lamine Yamal didn't beat anyone. He's played very well throughout the season, but that's his individual season. He didn't beat anyone. He's just playing in very good teams. Not to take anything away from him, but you can't use that argument. That's a very, very flawed argument. and I can use examples from other sports, basketball, from any team sport you have, where you also have an individual sport. Lamine Yamal's going to take it. Poor free kick. Very poor free kick. Portugal on the ball again. It's going to be very important to see what Portugal look like on the ball, because this Spanish team, they defend very well, and they're also very good in defend very well, and they're also very good on the pressing. So right now, goal kick and the ball goes straight back to Spain. In less than 5 seconds from the goal kick, the ball goes straight back to Spain. That cannot happen. Oh, sorry, bro. I didn't even read your comment. Sorry, Fred. Real Madrid related, but the Real Madrid teams under Mourinho was truly underrated. Those counter-attacks, fast-paced football, loads of great and fun goals, etc., laid the foundation for three peat years, in my opinion. Yeah, you can make that argument very well because, especially with if you look at the key players that were in that Real Madrid side under Mourinho, and you look at the key players that were on the three-peat side. Oh, Nico Williams, fantastic, excellent control. They're going to score here. And it's by this much. It's by this much that Spain do not score. Nico Williams, fantastic job on the ball. Excellent effort, excellent ball control. And this is what I meant about Spain just being the most dangerous team in football right now. Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal add so much versatility to the Spanish team. It is insane. Spain, they can soak you in. They can play that very attractive football where they swing the ball and have those diagonal passes and break you down. But now with these two guys, Lamine Yamal, fantastic pressure there. Excellent on the ball. Anyways, as I was saying, because you have these two guys, you can also just end up spraying the ball to them. I like Portugal, but Spain's going to win this game. Let's just look at the stats so far. It's been 15 minutes. Let's see what the stats are saying. You've got Spain with two. Let me just refresh this real quick. With there, Nico Williams on the ball, dangerous position. Anyways, yeah, Spain with two total shots compared to Portugal's one shot, one corner each, 100 passes to 50. Spain, of course, keeping more possession. That was expected. 66 to 34. Both teams so far with zero shots on target. So it's not so far. Nothing major has happened. It's only been that pass from Lamine from Nico, that ball from Nico Williams to Pedri. Nico Williams is so dangerous. If he's, oh my god, Nico Williams is out for blood. Nico Williams needs to get out of Atletico Bilbao. Nico Williams cannot be playing for Atletico Bilbao. This guy is too talented. Oh my god, no disrespect to Bilbao whatsoever, because they also did well to get to the semi-finals of the Euros this year. But the Nico Williams, oh my. I'm happy that Rafinha had a good season. Otherwise, Nico Williams would be on his way to Barca this summer. So far, two fantastic opportunities at goal. Again, first that ball he recovered and made the ball to Pedri, and then this shot he had almost going in. Nico Williams, fantastic start so far. Hodgson as well is a centre back that really and truly is like having another CDM on the Spanish team, as if they don't already have enough players that can build up. You have another player, Nuno Mendes on the ball. You have another player who can build up from the back. Portugal need to make these chances count because they're not going to come often. They're on the front foot now. Diaz back on the ball. They need to make this count now. Vitinha very, very confident on the ball, very comfortable. As I said, John Neves tucks in, and what's his name? Conceição out wide. Bruno given the freedom to do whatever he wants. Vitinha given the freedom to do whatever he wants on the build-up as well. Vitinha, a good pass. Ronaldo, much better now cutting. But these passes from Ronaldo, man, it's the second time he gives the ball away. Ronnie, if you're not going to do well on the build-up phase, just don't tuck in. Don't tuck in, man. Portugal there trying to make something happen when Ronaldo tucks in. He makes a very poor choice of a pass. Oh yeah, Oyarzabal just got fouled, and look at this shot from Nico Williams. That was close. That was very close. That was extremely close. Very good chance. But yeah, quick comment on Oyarzabal. Since that final, he's been an absolute revelation to the Spanish team. During the whole Euros tournament, really and truly, but especially during the final, the work Oyarzabal done deserved this start definitely for Spain. And I feel like Oyarzabal complements the way Nico and Yamal like to play. With the way these two like to play, if you also had a striker that was very, very pacey, that also liked to go on those runs, it would be difficult. But because Oyarzabal was so good on the build-up phase, he links up so well with the midfielders and lays the wingers off so well, it just makes this team even more fluid. And you saw it on that first goal they had against France. The way Oyarzabal was able to set up Nico Williams from that Lamine Yamal pass. These three offensively complement each other extremely well. And Portugal did very well in the first 10 minutes. Not happened ever since then, but their pressure in the first 10 minutes was very good. They need to get back on that. But again, with the Spanish team, it's hard to play good pressing football for a long time because Spain are relentless. They do very well to recover the ball, and once they recover the ball, it's slow. It's calm. It's like, I would love to see what the Spanish team looks like in training and what drills they do to make them so patient, so calculated. And then even with that patience and how much they calculate, they're then able to execute very well. Spain are also they're very good, and they're very good at looking for the right moments. For my stream that stopped. There you go. There's that moment. I was talking about that, but they're patient. They made that happen. Oyarzabal very good 1-2 with what's his name? Goal. Was that a goal? It was. Very good 1-2 with Zubimendi, and they made that happen. I was literally on the way of explaining why the Spanish team was so dangerous, and I just finished explaining why Oyarzabal was so dangerous, and it just happened. Spain are going to win this game. My prediction was 2-0. Spain are going to win. The favorites to win this game, at least 2-0, if not more. That was a beautiful bit of football there. Zubi Mendy, Oyarzabal, fantastic 1-2. Excellent 1-2 between Oyarzabal and Zubi Mendy. And then, how'd you say? And then as soon as that happened, counter. Look at that 1-2 from Oyarzabal. Fantastic. And Zubi Mendy straight away, excellent gliding through the pitch. Gives the ball to Lamine Yamal. And you know that Lamine Yamal, when he gets the ball on that right wing, cutting inside, he's gonna make something happen. Puts the ball in. Mistake from Portugal. Poor defending. Horrible communication from the Portuguese defense, and the goal happens. Ruben Diaz there with an amazing clearance, really and truly. But then João Neves and what's his name and Costa not communicating whatsoever. That goal, in my opinion, is more Costa's fault. They're looking for possible offside. But Ruben Diaz there, fantastic clearance. And what's his name? The goal counts. VAR check, and they say the goal counts. How do you say? Yeah, as I was saying, Ruben Diaz, fantastic bit of defending there. But then João Neves and Diego Costa. Was it Diogo or Diego? I think it's Diogo. Yeah, Diego Costa not communicating whatsoever. And Spain score. It's the reads the Spanish team makes. It is the reads the Spanish team makes. And this is why it is so extremely hard to defend against the Spanish team. They're going to put the pressure on, put the pressure on, put the pressure on, and that little collapse of concentration, and that was that Oyarzabal pass. Actually, I don't think that Oyarzabal pass was the moment of lack of concentration. That was just a good moment from Oyarzabal. The moment of poor communication, the lapse of concentration, should I say, was between Costa and Neves, and they were punished for it. In that situation, the goalkeeper and the fullback, you have to talk. Even Neves, if Thingy had that ball, Costa had that ball, he shouldn't have interfered because it just made things worse. Is Lamine Yamal better than Messi and Ronaldo as a teenager? I know Yamal has more numbers, and I would be happy to say he is. He's better than Messi or Ronaldo, but they were cooking too. I'll say he's better than Ronaldo at the same age. I don't know if I'll say he's better than Messi at the same age, but he's definitely more impactful. He's been more impactful. I'll say that. I don't know if he's better because you also have to think what that Barcelona team when Messi was coming through the ranks, it was like. The Barca team was a lot stronger and a lot harder to break into as opposed to this Barca team that was in complete disarray with an injured Dembele. Not saying not to discredit Lamine Yamal, but he definitely had an easier pass into the team than Lionel Messi. But at the same age, he's definitely more impactful. And that's why I'm kind of I'm kind of doing mental gymnastics, not to say that Lamine Yamal is better than Messi at the same age, because we all know what Messi went on to do. But again, hindsight is hindsight is a dangerous tool because we're going to compare Lamine Yamal, but we're talking from a place of privilege, if that makes sense. Like you're talking about Lamine Yamal, but knowing what Messi and Ronaldo went on to do, and that's why it's so hard to make that comparison. Good Carella there, fantastic pass on Nico Williams, amazing pace, get inside the box. Ruben Diaz, amazing defending. So far, Ruben Diaz has been flawless. Excellent there, getting the ball back from Lamine Yamal. Regardless, Yamal needs to be preserved carefully. I agree. Let's not have another Ansu Fati. That's fair, and I agree that Barca team were full of great players. Yeah, but I don't want to say that because again, it's like you're talking from a place of I'm really doing mental gymnastics at this point because we all know what Ronaldo and Messi went on to do, and to try and compare Lamine Yamal to that is dangerous. But at the same time, that's not really the conversation. The conversation is at the same age, and at the same age, if we're being frankly honest and not compare and not Nuno Mendes. Oh my God. Nuno Mendes. Portugal have been awful this first half. Portugal have been awful this entire first half. Nuno Mendes is the only Portuguese player on the ratings with a 7. Everyone else is a 6.5 or below. And Frederick, here is what I said about Norway yesterday. When you have a team with players that play their part, or it might be offside because of Ronaldo. Are they going to count offside? I don't know. But when you have a solid team of players, you get these moments of brilliance. And in these tight tournaments, these moments of brilliance are everything. And Nuno Mendes there with a fantastic moments of brilliance doesn't happen usually because Spain don't really have lapses in their defense. But this is why this Portugal team is so dangerous as well. As I said, Spain, Portugal, England, France, the Czech and VAR, Spain, Portugal, England, France. These teams have you can make an argument for all these four teams that each player in each position can arguably be the best player in that position. You can make an argument for Nuno Mendes being the best left back in the world. Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes. You can make an argument for all of these players. They're still doing the check. Let's see if it was disallowed or not. And that goal goes through. 1-1. Fantastic. The game continues. Neto with the assist. And Portugal keep this game alive. It is right to say with hindsight, yeah. Oh, so much better. I thought this was going to be a boring game where Spain were going to smack Portugal 2-3-0, but this goal brings the game back to life. I still think Spain win. Oddly enough, even with this goal, I still have Spain winning this game. That goal was more of a fluke than anything else. I mean, John Neves really strong at right back. Really, really struggling right now. Good pass there. Portugal, poor build up. Who was that? Pedro Neto. It's Pedro Neto and Ronaldo. Nico Williams there almost made it happen. They keep losing the ball. Portugal forwards are doing a horrible job with playing with their backs to the with playing with their backs to Spain's to their back to the goal. So whenever they come for the was Ronaldo offside? Nah, he was onside by the finest margin. Ronaldo was onside by the finest margin. Portugal keep making so many sloppy passes. And then it's like even you can't really go long against Spain because if Spain gain the ball back, you're going to spend at least another good 10 minutes just trying to win it back. So you don't want to get rid of the ball, but at the same time, if you're going to build up, you have to do a better job than that. And Portugal definitely have the talent in defense and the middle of the pitch. It's just their attack is not there. Like Ronaldo, like look how many touches Ronaldo took just to try and make a pass. That's enough time for the defense to try and settle back in. When you have a team that likes to build up from the back, it is very important to have forwards, at least one forward that's able to play with their back to goal. You look at the way England scored last night against Andorra and the work Harry Kane done. Look at the way Oyarzabal was playing and the way they even scored the goal. Your forwards need to be able to play with their back to goal. Ronaldo is not the best at that. Even at Real Madrid during his three-peat years, he had Benzema with him, which massively helped. That's a word to Conceição because whenever Conceição wins the ball, he tries to face the opposition. Slow down. Ronaldo loses the ball. Neto loses the ball. It's like you're ruining the work that Ruben Diaz, Vitinha, Silva, and Fernandes are so carefully trying to craft. Like, don't lose the ball in that situation. Hutchinson on the ball. This guy is very comfortable on the ball. Plays another ping to Nico Williams. This is very dangerous now. This is very dangerous. Nico Williams on the ball. Can he make something happen? Quick step over, crossing. John Evans this time. Good defending. Much better defending then. But Portugal really need to watch that pass. Hutchinson very comfortable on his right foot. Nico Williams very comfortable going for those runs. It's a dangerous recipe down that left hand side of Spain and Portugal's right hand side. They really need to pay attention to that because they already scored twice from that situation. Nico to Yamal, back to Pedri, good cross in, nothing from Spain there. Portugal back on the ball. They need to hit them on the counter. Again, it's very hard when your forwards are not able to hold on to the ball. Conceição, did a good job tracking back. My first World Cup, 2010, South Africa. I remember those sounds made from the trumpet thing or whatever it was. South Africa World Cup had a great vibe. Maybe not the best football, but still. My first World Cup. Yeah, 2010 was a great World Cup. 2010 was a great, great World Cup. I can't say my favorite. I really want to say 2014, but 2014 Brazil lost. So if I have to say my favorite World Cup, I probably have to say 2002. Any year Brazil won the World Cup, that was a good year. Portugal on the counter, free kick one day in a good position. They need to try and play it quickly, but the ref is going to slow it down. Fabian Ruiz there with the foul. Was it really necessary? They call those fouls tactical fouls, but Portugal only had Ronaldo and Neto running back, and Spain had enough players. So there wasn't really a need for Ruiz to make that foul. Then he could have stayed there for a bit later. There wasn't really a need to make that foul just then. Free kick to Portugal, and they're gonna send everyone up. Fernandez, it's not gonna amount into nothing. That was a horrible pass from Bruno. Yeah, me too. 2014 Brazil is probably the best in my lifetime I watched. Look at that tackle from Ruben Diaz. Yeah, it was John Neves. John Neves had no business touching that ball. Yeah, it was really John Neves' fault. He had no business at all touching that ball. He just made everything worse. And again, that's just poor communication. And then on the other side, Nuno Mendes, with a moment of brilliance, great inspiration, bringing Portugal back in the game. Nuno Mendes is single-handedly responsible for not making this final a boring watch. Mendes still on the ball and wins the free kick in a mud. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? I thought there was oh, he was offside. Oh, I was about to say, I thought the ref was going to give a foul to Spain. No, he was just offside. Portugal back on the ball. I don't know. Since the goal, I mean, there was that chance of Nico Williams. Portugal are still playing sloppy football, but Spain haven't really responded yet. All of their best chances came before the goal. It was like good chance, good chance, good chance, and the goal happened. Spain haven't really been able to respond to Portugal just yet. Here comes Portugal on the counter. Still Pedro Neto on the ball. Portugal now cross, still on the ball. Cross comes in now. Ronaldo. Ooh, that was a bad pass. That was a bad pass, anyways. Pedro Neto so far. Yeah, he got that fluky assist, but very quiet first half from Pedro Neto. That was a horrible cross. Hopefully, that was a cross and not a shot. If that was a cross, that was even worse. Pardon me. Spain on the board. They've got space now. Ball to Nico Williams. This is a defender's worst nightmare. Nico Williams, fantastic pass, but Ignacio there, good clearance. You do not, as a fullback, you do not want to be tracking back, like running back and having Nico Williams running at you. That's a very uncomfortable position to be in. Nico Williams is very quick. He's got great fast twitch muscles. He can change on a dime. He's technically very gifted. So I say, I don't really see Nico Williams staying at Bilbao for much longer. Just the caliber of player he is, I don't really see Nico Williams staying at Bilbao for much longer. Anyways, I appreciate everyone watching right now the stream. Please have a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all these things, please, guys. But I appreciate everyone that's come through. Once again, Frederick, I appreciate you, bro. You're the best. Still trying to figure out how to make this new account a mod. But I'm gonna get that sorted. My local team in Norway has a centre back who is really great at driving with the ball forward and dribbling. Saw him live a couple of times. Great player and defender. And that's one of the guys. Good switch there, Conceição. Great touch. Portugal have an attacking problem right now in where their defense is very solid, their midfield is amazing, but their attack is not quite there yet. I mean, not quite there anymore. You had a time where Portugal had Ronaldo, Nani, and Quaresma up front. Long and prime Ronaldo at that. Long are the days of that. He has played in second tier in Portugal and the Danish league too. I think he's really good. He can become really good in my opinion. He's probably not staying too long at my local club though. Yeah, that's if you can, Fred, just write his name down. Ah, there you go. His name is Maxwell Woledzi. He reminds me of Nuno Mendes in that sense. We're gonna react to Maxwell. Let me save this comment. We're gonna react to Maxwell in the during halftime. We're gonna react to Maxwell at halftime for sure. Yeah, the last 10 minutes of the game have really been quiet for both teams. Nothing really happening. Oh yeah, I think I've made you. Fred, just check your account. I think I've made you a mod again. Just try and comment something again, Fred. Just write anything down in the chat and then check your name to see if you're a mod now. I think I figured out how to make you a mod. Just check that for me, please, bro. Once again, Portugal doing exactly what I said they were going to do in terms of the defensively. It's even worse than I thought because when they're on that build-up phase, Nuno Mendes stays a poor pass there from Bernardo. Yeah. You're a mod again, bro. There you go. Good news. But yeah, what's his name? Nuno Mendes goes tucks into the left. John Neves comes in. Bruno goes in the middle. And Silva and Vitinha also tuck in. So they've got three players in the middle of the pitch, just not flotating, floating. Would that be the right term? They're three players floating, ready to tuck in and make any adjustments for it. They're kind of like Lego pieces. They're very versatile in where they can play on the build-up phase. And you've got João Neves tucking in the middle and joining those two. And then you've got what's his name? You've got Conceição doing the same thing on the other side that Bruno Mendes is doing. So tactically, it looks good. It's just the execution is not been the best so far because Spain, as I said, they're great on the ball, they're great defensively, but again, one of their biggest strengths is their pressing. Like look at Cucurella now on Conceição. Like the way he's able to tackle him just there and like just like that, Portugal spent like 10 seconds on the ball and Spain won the ball back again. It's very hard to play against a team that's excellent on the ball, is patient on the ball, can look for those moments of weakness. Ronaldo there wins the ball back from Lamine Yamal. Good job, Ronnie. Ronaldo there with a great bit of defending, and like Nuno Mendes, great defender, but he's struggling to play out against Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is doing a fantastic job defending. Ball down to Nico Williams. Can he win it? João Neves, shorter than Nico Williams, considerably shorter, but wins the ball back. João Neves, fantastic work from João Neves there defensively. João Neves, very very big there. He won that aerial duel against Nico Williams, although he's shorter. He then wins the ball back and then wins the foul against Oyarzabal to allow Portugal some time to breathe. João Neves, fantastic work. He's been struggling so far in the first half, playing in the right back position, but just then, great job. Interesting game so far, to say the least. Diaz, good ball. Bruno. By the way, Woldsey usually dribbles really high on the pitch on the outside of the opposition's box, but he's a great tackler too. There's also Fallow, full from Stade Rennes. I'll be completely honest, bro. I don't know any of those players, but again, thank you for putting us on. We're gonna go to transfer market and look at them in a second. But here comes Spain, Oyarzabal, and they make it happen. Oyarzabal making it 2-1. Oyarzabal makes it happen, and Spain are up 2-1. 44th minute, just before we break into halftime. I didn't even know how that goal happened. I was way too distracted. It looks like it was an assist from Pedri. And Portugal, they have been fighting. They've been fighting really, really hard, but Spain are just a step ahead. And I don't know if Portugal are going to get another lucky moment. It wasn't really a lucky, it was a moment of inspiration. It was a moment of individual brilliance from Nuno Mendes. Bernardo Silva there gets fouled. That's what Portugal is complaining about. Pedri drives, lays the ball off to Oyarzabal. Great ball from Pedri. Oyarzabal, fantastic finish. Excellent weighted ball from Pedri. Oyarzabal, nice and collected, knows exactly where the keeper is. Times Inacio's how do you say, pressure beautifully, and with one touch puts the ball behind the net. Oyarzabal is doing a fantastic job offensively for Spain. And the goal counts. The goal counts. Like Lamine Yamal this, Nico William that, but Oyarzabal has been grand for Spain so far. Let me just look at his La Liga stats real quick before we carry on. Oyarzabal in the league this season with, pardon me, 28 games, not 28, 35 games played and only 9 goals. Tough year at Real Sociedad, but he was also injured for some time, to be fair. And yeah, just when you thought Portugal were going to try and make a comeback, or at least try and get on equal footing with Spain, or at least try and breathe throughout halftime. Spain put a dagger on them. Ronaldo there. Good job from Ronnie. But I don't know if it's really Portugal's um, just being awful on the ball or if it's just Spain excellence pressing. Like you've got a team here who is arguably the best team on the ball, the best international or the best national team on the ball, and the best team when it comes to pressing. That is a very dangerous combination. And that finish from Oyarzabal was perfect. Perfect, perfect finish from Oyarzabal there. At halftime, we're going to check the players Frederick mentioned, and we're also going to go to X very quickly. Let me know in the comments, guys. Did Alcaraz win the French Open? Yeah, he did. He won. He won the French Open. And that is first half over. Let's go through our halftime routine, really and truly. Just bear with me 1 second. One last name, if that's okay with you. Basically, he's our goalkeeper for almost 2 years now. Jonathan Fischer from Denmark. Last year, he had 13 clean sheets in the Norwegian league. That is amazing. Let me just check those first two. I'll start one of them. One of them was Maxwell Woledzi. Let me go to FBRF. Oh, he's Ghanaian. Is that correct, Frederick? Maxwell Woledzi. Is he Ghanaian? Yeah, centre back. I'll get him up on the screen in 1 second. And the other guy, he could go to Bundesliga, maybe even Premier League in the future. I heard, hopefully not yet though. As I love my local team, as we need him for Europe, 100% agreed. What's the other guy's name? Follow full. And follow full is a Senegal defender. Senegalese? Would that be the right word? I don't know. Where is his player? Oh, he's not giving us a player. I think it's a player summary. Fallout, they don't have a lot of stats on Fallout 4, so we're going to focus on Maxwell Woldesi. And even Maxwell, they usually have the players' profiles up, but it's not showing. Let's see who his player comparison is. They've compared Maxwell Woldesi to Hodgson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Virgil van Dijk, as well as Saliba. Is it just because they're defenders? I don't know. But yeah, they've compared what Maxwell does it to Hodgson, Trent, Van Dijk, Saliba, and Lewis Kelly, and they have compared Fallout 4. Let me have a quick look. Very interesting. They have compared. Wow, they compared them to the same place. They compared Fallout 4 to Hodgson, Trent, Van Dijk, Saliba, and Lewis Kelly. So they've compared 4 and Will Daisy to the same players. Wow. I would say I was going to keep an eye on these players, but I know United are not going to have the vision to go out and sign them. We never have the vision to do those kind of things. Anyways, guys, we're going to go on next now. We're going to see what the people are saying. We're going to see what the comments are saying before we get back into the game. Yeah, so this was the foul. This was the foul people were alluding to. They say a clear foul in the build up to Spain's second goal, and ref says no. This is daylight robbery. It was. I didn't really see what the referee's reasoning was. Did he not give it a foul? Um, how do you say? Because it was a long time before they scored. I don't really understand what the reason was. Because if that is a foul, the goal shouldn't stand then. Anyways. Oh, it's about. Oh, wait. Yeah, they were just showing that first goal. Yeah, and I was trying to blame Diogo Costa on that first goal because of his communication with John Neves. But as a goalkeeper, Costa was going to get to that ball. He was going to save that ball. But then John Neves, for whatever reason, he passes the ball to Zubimendi. Again, very poor communication between Costa and John Neves. They should have been communicating better. But how do you say? What's his name? Oh my god, John Neves. There, you can't give the ball up to. You can't give the ball away to the opposition in a situation where the goalkeeper is going to save it. That's insane. Anyways, Mikel Oyarzabal is proving to be key for Spain. Scored the winning goal in the Euro 2024 final against England. 2 goals in the Nations League quarterfinals plus 2 assists in the semi-finals, and now he scores in the Nations League final against Portugal to see them through. Round of applause to Oyarzabal. I don't have my soundboard with me. Unfortunately, I'm not at home. I won't be at home for quite some time. But Oyarzabal, yes, that is true. Oyarzabal has been fantastic for Spain so far, last tournament and this tournament. So yeah, I've already sang his praises so far in this game, so I'm not going to do too much bouncing now. But Oyarzabal definitely a key player. Spain's first goal came from an offside play after obstruction, and the second followed a foul in the build-up. Yeah, somehow Portugal's perfectly legitimate goal caused more outrage. But yeah, like we're gonna go to the stats in a second as well. Like people talking about what's it called? All these things with the Spanish team. Look, at the end of the day, as true as those things can be, the goal stands, and Portugal didn't do enough to put themselves in a favorable position in this first half. That goal they had was from a moment of inspiration from Nuno Mendes. Like and I know Surfer Scores is a great app, but sometimes their ratings are not always reliable. Well, you guys can't see this. Let me bring it up real quick. SwiftScore is a great app. Their stats are sometimes not really reliable, but I feel like so far in this first half, these numbers from SwiftScore, the numbers they provided, kind of help to paint a picture. You know, not one player from this Portuguese team is rated towards a 7. They are all 6s or below in the case of John Neves. Whereas with Spain, you've got Lamine Yamal with 7.4 sounds a bit high, but he was definitely instrumental in that first goal. Oyarzabal should be slightly higher. He was instrumental in that. He wasn't instrumental, but he was part of the build up for that first goal, and then he also scored that second one. Zubimendi has been class, dictating the midfield and making that first goal happen, gliding through the middle of the pitch. Pedro as well has been instrumental. I would also even give Nico Williams a slightly higher score. He hasn't scored yet, but he's tried to make things happen. These numbers are not always reliable, but they kind of help to paint the picture where you can see that not one Portuguese player is rated towards a 7, whereas you have 4 Spanish players right now rated at a 7. But I digress. But if you do it after stream or not, I suggest watching Jonathan Fisher highlights. He actually didn't have a goalkeeper coach before he came to Norway, as he was playing second tier football in Denmark. Anyways, entertaining game so far. Yeah, it was more entertaining towards the middle end. After Spain has scored and then Portugal came back, that was definitely more entertaining. It's been a bit more quiet towards the end of the first half, aside from that goal, where there was a foul involved as well. So, excuse me, that usually doesn't help the optics. But anyways, let's go back to X and let's see what the people are saying. Let me bring this up for you guys. Pedro didn't misplace a single pass in the first half, 22 out of 22, and one of them was perfectly timed for Mikel Oyarzabal's goal. Yeah, the fact that Pedro hasn't missed any passes and then in that not missing any passes, he also had that amazing assist involved, like that outside of the boot ball that he played for Oyazabal, perfectly timed. Like he plays a ball where Ignacio he plays a ball behind Ignacio's back, timed it perfectly to Oyarzabal's run, and timed it perfectly as well, just with enough time for Fingin not to come up. What's his name? Costa. Excellent pass there from Pedri. Once again, Pedri extremely instrumental to the Spanish team. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys have any thoughts on this first half so far. It's been a great game. I'll give you that. It has been a great game so far. I'm not going to show that. Yes, indeed. Pedri has been top notch. Anything else? Otherwise, we'll just go back to the stream. Let me just see if there's anything of pertinence. Let me see on the Portugal side what we're saying. Yeah, like if from this angle, it's even a bit worse. That foul on Bernardo Silva. It was clearly. I still don't know what the referee's reasoning was then. It's gonna be very interesting to see what they come up with after the game. It's like usually, referees' decisions just let it roll because you can't go back and change them anyways, especially not now. You can't give that goal away or give that goal back. So, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what their reasoning is on that foul. This is in Portuguese, but I'll translate. They were just this is just saying that Bernardo Silva, not even in his prime, has done anything with Portugal. I won't read the last bit because it's just a bit offensive to Bernardo Silva. But yeah, I've had the same kind of criticism to Bernardo Silva at points. It's been, to be fair, I've not made those comments a lot on this channel, but I definitely made them with my friends and when we were talking about players' choice as well, especially heading up towards the World Cup. And one of the reasons why I didn't have Portugal as one of the favorites for the World Cup, even though some of my friends did, it was mainly because I knew that a lot of these role players wouldn't be doing anything special. And so far, we have Nelson Semedo coming in for John Neves. Yeah, John Neves really struggled in that first half there, especially that mistake for that first goal. Very silly. They're going to have a more natural right back in the game. And Ruben Neves also coming in for whom? Who comes off for Ruben Neves? Probably Bernardo Silva. So you have Nuno Semedo for John Neves, of course. That makes sense. And who does Ruben Neves come in for? Who is not going to make it? For Conceição. So, okay, he's probably going to push Bernardo Silva up to the right, which is the right decision. I don't know why Bernardo Silva didn't start off the right to start off the game anyways. They're going to play with a more structured midfield, which, to be honest, they should have started the game with a more structured midfield anyways. Against the Spanish team, you need structure. You need the players to know exactly what they're doing. All of this chopping and changing really hindered Portugal. As I said, yes, you can kind of point the finger to both of those Spain goals, but at the same time, you can't really point to many times where Portugal managed to capitalize on the chances they had. Portugal didn't really make anything happen. So, I'm not going to say they deserve to concede those two goals, especially because the second goal was a foul. But they conceded those two goals and they didn't really respond. So I can't feel too bad for Portugal so far. But yeah, getting in Ruben Neves in is definitely going to be a positive. He's going to come into this midfield and give it some much needed structure. And yeah, with John, and then and to add to that structure, you also take off John Neves and bring in a proper right back. World Cup year next year again. I wonder if Ronaldo will play the next World Cup. I mean, if he still have that mindset, I guess he could, especially if Messi plays as well. But who knows? I think Ronaldo will stick around to play for the next World Cup. It's just Ronaldo shouldn't really be something for Portugal anymore. Like he doesn't provide a lot on the creative side of things. Ronaldo is only really dangerous when you get into the 6 yard box, which is still valuable. You still want a striker that can do that. But everything else, Ronaldo doesn't really provide much. And you saw it during that second half. There was at least 2 times where Portugal had some momentum, were trying to build up things. Ronaldo tucks in and loses the ball. That happened at least twice. And I remember one of the times, Thingy had to win the ball back. What's his name? Bernardo Silva won the ball back. So it's like, yes, you still want Ronaldo because he's valuable in terms of scoring goals. I still think that Ronaldo has that scoring vein still in him. It's just that although last Euros I was a bit disappointed because he averaged like 5 shots a game and didn't score any goals. But again, that's the Euros side. I still think that Ronaldo has that scoring vein in him. It's just outside of that 6 yard box, he's not providing anything else. I'd rather have a striker that's a bit more of a fleshed out all round game. Like even now, you kind of you look at this Portugal team, and it's like, where's Gonzalo Ramos? What happened to the development of Gonzalo Ramos? What happened to João Felix? I'm not going to blame this on what's his name on Roberto Martinez. I don't think that's his fault, but it's like Portugal, or at least the national team, needs to do a better job at developing these players, even when they don't perform in like in their club competitions. There needs to be a path for these guys back in the team. Like you've got Jota, Felix, and Ramos all on the bench. Liam on the bench as well. Come on. Like you're taking off Neves and Conceição in that first in a half time. Yeah, I think you could have taken Ronaldo off as well. He could be a striker option off the bench. Actually, Frederick, I think that's the best option, to be completely honest. I was going to try and get to that, but I think that's a very good option. Just have Ronaldo come off the bench because he doesn't really provide a lot, if we're being completely honest. And even now, fair enough, you're going to take off these other guys. Take Ronnie off too because he's not doing much. He had one good pressing moment where he forced the goalkeeper to make a mistake, but outside of that, off the ball, Ronaldo doesn't really provide much. And on that build-up phase, he also has nothing. Portugal now pressing a little bit higher, but again, this is not sustainable. They done this in the first 10 minutes of the first half, but then just Spain they switch the ball around so well. You can't sustain this type of pressing. I don't know if a better solution might be to just choose the moments when you press. Don't press all the time. Just choose your moments. But even then, it's like, how do you dictate that? How do you organize when in each individual player is ready to go out and press? That's also a very difficult task. Oh, nice! You can slap the comments on stage. Yo, StreamYard has come a long way. You can also share the comments on stage now. That's great. Yes, he is 40 at this point. He is mainly good for creating goal scoring opportunities inside the box and heading. I don't think Ronaldo is good for creating goal scoring opportunities. I think he is good for converting those goal scoring opportunities. I don't think he's necessarily good for scoring them. Not bad, but not World Cup necessarily. What do you mean by that, bro? Semedo on the ball. Good job there. Bruno, he's got space. Bruno, please. Bruno makes it happen. Is that offside? Oh, no. It is offside. Oh, I thought that was a goal then. Who was offside? Pedro Neto was offside. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame. World class, sorry. In terms of converting, yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. In terms of converting chances, Ronaldo, in my opinion, is he's still an elite player. I don't know if he's still world class, but he's still an elite player in that sense. We can't ignore what he's done for Al Nassr, even if it is in a lower league. Ronaldo is still can still convert those chances, but there's just so much um, being done to create just those chances for him that he's not doing a lot on that build-up phase. And when you're playing against a team like Spain, you need to have your players on that build up phase. We need a better background. Spain now on the counter, Cucurella on the ball. Pardon me, let me just try and add a better background, guys. Give me 1 second. Lamine Yamal, can he make something happen? No. Nuno Mendes, good tackle. Lamine Yamal, outside from that chance from the goal, he's been very quiet as well. I think he's done a pretty good job to keep him quiet. Okay, that makes the stream look a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to go back to black or do you want me to leave it at this? Let me know in the comments. I wonder what's going through Mourinho's head right now. You know, Mourinho being the tactical mastermind that he is, what would have been his tactic against Portugal? I mean, against Spain, excuse me. Would he have settled down and then hit them on the counter, like the classic Mourinho that we know? Or would he have tried to meet them on equal footing? Nuno Mendes, fantastic pressure on Lamine Yamal so far. Neto on the ball, plays the ball. Vitinha, can he switch? Makes the pass there to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz there, quick feet, passes the ball to Semedo. Portugal there with a good chance now. Silva on the right. Can he make something happen? Bernardo, cross in. Where's Ronaldo? Ugh. Bruno still on the ball. Ronaldo on the ball. Ronnie. Okay, Portugal are playing football now. Neto, no, oh, take him off, man. Take Pedro Neto off, please. This guy is not doing anything. Pedro Neto is not doing anything. Take him off, please. Oh my days. Useless guy. Take Neto off. I don't know why Jota is not playing right now. Take Neto off and take Ronaldo off. Put Jota and Ramos on, or Felix and Ram. I don't know. Just take those two off. Rafael Leon on the bench. Why? Take those two guys off, man. Pull Leon one, take Neto off. He's not doing anything. Yeah, I like the new look background. Thank you, bro. That helps. Still Portugal on the ball. Vitinha, make that pass. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Silva on the ball. He's got space. Make that. Smart, smart, smart. Neves shoots from. We all know what John Neves can do outside the box. Semedo. Yeah, Semedo is a much better right. let's not play John Neves right back in the final again, please. In the final, it's not the time to be experimenting, especially not against a team like Spain. But Portugal for the last 5 minutes, much better. Please, for the love of Christ, take Pedro Neto off. Oh no, spin on the counter now. But so far, Nuno Mendes has done a good job on Lamine Yamal. Again, outside of that first goal, Nuno Mendes pretty solid job on Nuno Mendes. And Spain now, like Portugal cannot go back to sleep. Lamine Yamal or a poor pass. Portugal cannot go back to sleep because Spain at any moment can make something happen. Nuno Mendes, their fantastic footwork. Keeps the ball inside. Put the ball in, that's it. Ball to Vitinha. Vitinha's got space. Ball to Bruno. Bruno should have sprayed it first time to Bernardo Silva. Ronnie. Good one too. Get off the floor. Get off the floor. Get off the floor. Bernardo. Ronnie's in the box. Ronnie's in the box. Ronnie's in the box. Horrible cross from who was that? Who's number 3? Do not let Ruben Diaz cross the ball, guys. Come on. You're better than that. Portugal should not put themselves in a position where Ruben Diaz is the one taking crosses. Come on, guys. Cucurella there. To be fair, Cucurella there with good defending then. Portugal best player so far, Nuno Mendes. Second place goes to Ruben Diaz. Third place, Vitinha. Just Vitinha's not really had enough time, space, or the right type of striker, or wingers for that matter, to make anything happen. Some middle there just wasting time. And now Spain back on the ball. Poor pass there from Zubimendi. Hodgson had to clear it out. Portugal need to get back on the ball. Spain on the counter attack. Nico Williams takes too long. Portugal has settled back again. Still Nico on the ball, but Portugal very well done there. I was going to say Portugal could hit them with a counter, but Spain already have 4 men behind the ball. Ronaldo switched the ball. And this is what I was talking about. He loses the ball in a very dangerous position. Ronaldo cannot play with his back. Ronaldo cannot build up play. You cannot rely on Ronaldo to build up play. This is the 3rd time that I count of Ronaldo losing the ball. Good shot there from Fabian Ruiz. Of Ronaldo losing the ball in that type of position. And this Spanish team is playing without Rodri and without an informed Dani Olmo. This Spain team still has another level they can reach. You give Lamine Yamal another year of maturity. You give Nico Williams another year of maturity. Oyarzabal is still in his prime. This Spanish team can still reach another level for the World Cup next year. Still a lot to happen from now until then. But so far, if I had to pick someone to be a favorite for the World Cup, I know it's a bit premature because it's a year from now. Spain are definitely the front runners for next year's World Cup. Like injuries aside, like this Spanish team is looking very strong. There's also an argument there to be made for England as well. England could also, mature a little bit, but again, I'll have to see it to believe it. Fabian Ruiz there, good shot and good save from Diogo Costa. Again, as per usual, guys, stay till the end because at the end I'm going to drop the link in the chat so we can have a little chat about any sports or any topic you guys want to talk about, as long as it's something sensible. So if you want to talk about anything, stick to the end. We're gonna have a little 15 minutes. I'll leave the link there for 15 minutes. If you want to come up and have a chat, we can do that. Mendes, good pass to Ronaldo. Nothing happens. Offside. Ronaldo, the offside. Nothing happened. I'm good, but I just like being on these streams again. Yeah, I like being on I like these streams again. It's just won't be streaming Monday through Friday, but next week on the 15th, Nations League start up again. We're gonna be watching that 100%. We're gonna get back on the Nations League tournament. Let me just see what the streaming schedule is like for the next week. So next week we're not streaming on Saturday because there's nothing happening on Saturday. But on the 15th of June, there's a Bayern against Auckland City at 4 p.m. and then PSG against Atletico. I think I'm just going to stream the PSG Atletico game. I'm going to skip the Bayern game. So next Sunday, good there, good cross. Portugal gonna have an opportunity to get on the counter and Semedo. Nothing happens. But yeah, next weekend, 7 p.m. PSG against Atletico. We'll definitely be streaming that. These two teams again, so far nothing's happened. Throw in there for Portugal. The last 5 minutes have been quite boring, to be fair. Again, I don't know why Pedro Neto is still on the pitch. 60th minute, and outside of having that fluky assist to Nuno Mendes, Pedro Neto has done nothing all game. Please, for the love of Christ, take him off. This guy has been a net negative. Okay, net negative is a bit cruel, but he's been a net neutral. He's not added anything positive to this team so far. Again, that assist was very fluky. He made the pass back for Nuno Mendes to have a moment of individual brilliance. Take him off. You've got Leão, Felix, and Jota all on the bench. Why Jota is not playing in this game is beyond me. If we're going to make excuses for some players not being in form, then make excuses for Jota as well. Jeez. Nuno Mendes, their fantastic work. Oh, Ronaldo, 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 Ronaldo. Let's go. Nuno Mendes, their fantastic work from Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes, fantastic. As I said, easily Portugal's best player. He should be playing left wing. Nuno Mendes should be on the left wing of Portugal once again with another brilliant moment of individual brilliance. Ronaldo, me and Fred were talking about it before. Look at Nuno Mendes' acceleration. Lamine Yamal couldn't do anything. As we said, when you put Ronaldo inside that 6-yard box, he is still elite. The way he read that ball, his instinct, the way he got Cucurella out of the way. the way where he placed his foot, his touch to put the ball inside the box. Ronaldo doesn't provide anything to this team. But when you put Ronaldo inside the 6 yard box, he will score goals, and that is exactly what he done. Please now get rid of Pedro Neto. Let's bring in that's going to add to what Vitinho, to what Bruno, to what Nuno Mendes is doing. Nuno Mendes rating so far for this game, in my opinion, he gets a 10 out of 10. Nuno Mendes has executed in every single metric that you want him to execute on today. He's done amazing defensively against what a lot of people are calling the Ballon d'Or winner for next year. He's done a fantastic number on Lamine Yamal, not giving him enough room, and Lamine Yamal has not really had enough time to create anything. And then offensively, Nuno Mendes has produced both of Portugal's goals. So far, if I had to give Nuno Mendes a rating out of 10, I'll give him a 10. He's executed on his role perfectly. Fantastic job so far. Are you planning on having any guests on your stream, Yusuf? I would have Yusuf on anytime. The, to be honest, the reason why I had to stop uploading for a while and the reason why I stopped the stream is because of university and work. University is such a university is good because again, even where I am now, oh no, Spain, they've got space. Nuno Mendes there, fantastic close up, and Nuno Mendes there with a fantastic block. Take a bow to Nuno Mendes. Take a bow to Nuno Mendes. The work he has done in this game so far, the best player for this Portuguese team. As a left back, Nuno Mendes has been extremely impactful. Lamine Yamal, good crossing. Gets to the ball first, Portugal on the counter. But the work Nuno Mendes has done the work Nuno Mendes has done for this Portugal team so far in this game has been nothing short of amazing. But yeah, as I was saying, university is good. Even where I am now, it's been a good opportunity. It's just that throughout the year, university comes with a lot of opportunity costs because I can't work during the week. I have to work on the weekends, and because I work on the weekends, I can't stream and I can't really work on content. So yeah, so that otherwise, I would definitely have Yusuf on. If Yusuf was to it, come on right now, I'd have him on. That's not even a question. What a match by Nuno Mendes! What a fantastic player. Yeah, like life is about balance. Understandable that your YouTube needs to be says. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I was extremely consistent between September to February. It was like 6 months where I was uploading every single week. It was fantastic. The only day, not every single week, excuse me, I was uploading every single day. The only day where I didn't upload was during January when I had a surgery. Now, at the end of January, start of February when I had a surgery. I missed like 2 days, but then I went straight back to uploading. But yeah, it was like a lot of things going on. It's my life's great. like, like these are first world problems, guys. My life is great. These are first world problems, but they are problems nonetheless. Fixable problems, but problems nonetheless. Why is why is Pedro Neto still on this team? Take him off. And the decision from Martinez to add more structure to this team in the second half has really worked out. Spain has been very quiet. So far, we've had 20 minutes of the second half. Spain have not scored a goal. Portugal have been able to make a comeback. Fantastic work from Martinez. He made the right decision. There's just one more decision to be made, and that is take off Pedro Neto. I'm sorry, Pedro Neto, but you are not doing anything in this game. Take him off, please. Nuno Mendes, look at that ball. Oh my God, I'm in love with Mendes. Best left back in the world. Nuno Mendes, best left back in the world. I don't care. Best left back in the world. What a season he's had. What an impact. Portugal, and then here's the thing: they were pressing very high up at the start of the game. It's slowed down now. The pressing is not as sharp. They're not getting to the place as quickly. My favorite movie of all time, Frederick. A very good question. I love to talk about movies and TV shows. My favorite movie of all time is Casino Royale, James Bond movie. Daniel Craig's first movie as James Bond. My favorite movie of all time. My favorite sports movie, probably Coach Carter. Coach Carter is my favorite sports movie. Although the new F1 movie is gonna come out this month, that's gonna go number one. The new F1 movie is coming out this month, so by the minute, Coach Carter. That F1 movie is gonna have to be very good to take that spot. Spain now building up again. The pressure from Portugal is slowing down. It's very hard to go at 100% against this Spain team throughout the whole time. Now, oh, good ball there. Pedro in the middle, Lamine Yamal. Nuno Mendes, fantastic work keeping Lamine Yamal quiet throughout this game so far. Ruiz, back to Yamal. Back to Yamal. And Portugal, that decision to bring on João Neves and bringing on Nuno Semedo was 100% the right decision. This defense is a lot more concise. Is a lot more concise now. That the gaps that they were when João Neves was on has been reduced, because when João Neves was on and they were playing that inverted. I don't even know what to call it. I was going to call it inverted fullback, but he's a CDM, so I don't even know what to call that tactic. Anyways, there was a lot of chopping and changing. I call them Legos, because those players were starting on different positions. Now, each player knows exactly where they need to be. And I said at the start of the game, this is what you did against Spain. That line between the defense and the midfield needs to be very close. Because as we've seen, Spain have been able to break down every defense in the world, every high quality defense. Nico Williams almost made that happen. They broke down Germany, they broke down France, they broke down England. This Spanish team is nothing to play against. You have to be very concise with what you're doing. We literally said Ronaldo does not provide anything, but when you put him inside the 6-yard box, he is the most dangerous player on the pitch. Facts, James Bond is goated. Yep, the new F1 movie looks pretty promising. Mine is Beverly Hills Cop and any funny Kevin Hart movie. Oh, that's pretty good. My favorite comedy movie is probably Hangover. Probably Hangover 1. Hangover 1 was hilarious, but Hangover 2 and Hangover 3 were also very good. Any of the Hangover movies were hilarious. Pick any of those three. Frederick, what's your favorite TV show of all time, bro? Nuno Mendes again on Lamine Yamal's back. Now, Spain do win a free kick in a dangerous position, but I know Lamine Yamal is going to be tired of Nuno Mendes by the end of the game. He's been harassing him all game long, giving him no space, making tactical fouls. So far, man of the match, Nuno Mendes. Fantastic work. We are in the 70th minute. Please explain to me why Pedro Neto is still on the pitch. When you have Felix, Leão, and Jota on the bench, why is Pedro Neto still on the pitch? Lamine Yamal is going to put this ball in, cross in. Semedo takes it out. Nuno Mendes clears it. Silva there, good touch from Bernardo Silva. Can he carry it? Nope. Coquelin gets to the ball first. Need a bit more intensity, a bit more hunger from Bernardo Silva. Coquelin came running from the box and still got to the ball before Bernardo Silva. That cannot happen. Not in a game like this. In a game like this against Spain, you need to go after the ball as much as possible. Because Spain stay on the ball for so long, it gets jarring. I feel like at the end of the first half, Spread of possession was like 60 something to 30. Yeah, right now it's still the same. So 63% to 37. I don't know. It just feels like Portugal have been way more involved so far in the second half. Thank God Rafael Leão is coming on. And Felix, it looks like. Silva on the ball. Tuck in. Semedo. Cross in. Straight to the keeper. Straight to the keeper. Thank God. Pedro Neto is going to come off now. Took him way too long to take Pedro Neto off. Guys has provided nothing all game, man. Especially in the second half. Dead quiet. Portugal need to stay concise. They can't drop their guard now. That's how the first goal came about. It's like Spain, they lure you in, lure you in, lure you in, and then as soon as you blink, they make it happen. Subimendi, Subimendi, as per usual, excellent on the ball, always making the right decision. Good Corella there, good pass to Nuka Williams. Oyarzabal was too far away. Another free kick for Spain. Offside. Sub coming in for Portugal. Inacio off. Renato Vega on. And Leão off for Bernardo Silva. Interesting. Pedro Neto still stays on. And Nasser comes off for Vega. And Silva off for Rafael Leão. I would have still taken. Again, I don't know how Pedro Neto is still in this game. Oh no. Oh no. Isco comes in the game. That's not good news. And who else comes in as well? Pedri off for Isco and Marino on as well. It's like Spain have a great bench. Portugal do too, to be fair. Marino on for who comes on? Who comes up for Marino? Fabian Ruiz off. Oh no, we're about to see the last 15 minutes of this game are going to be very intense. By the way, I have been to London once in 2012. If I have ever come back to London, I'm probably going to try and watch a game. Probably also, I go to London in 2012 and it was raining on the first day. Great city. Yeah, bro. Let me know if you ever come to London. We'll try and link up. Frederick is definitely a legend of the channel. Vega on the ball, plays it back. Back to Vega. Do not make a bad pass, please. Neves. Neto tucks into the right hand side. Rafael Leão on the ball. I was about to say, I thought he lost the ball in a dangerous position, but Portugal do gain the free kick. Last 15 minutes of this game are going to be intense. Yeah, that would be cool. Thanks, bro. No worries, my friend. Last 15 minutes are going to be intense. Semedo. Net on the right hand side now. Oh, is Pedro Neto still on? Oh my God. I do not want this game to go to extra time. Leão on the ball. Who's he trying to run past? You've got two players in front of you, my friend. Spin on the ball and Spinner trying to build up. Here comes Nico Williams. Back to Yamal. Yamal shoots. Easy save. Easy save for Diogo Costa. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's on the ball now. Ronaldo is the only one on this Portuguese team pressing right now. He's the only one trying to force something happen for this Portuguese team. Captain leading by example. Leon pressed that. The thing about Portugal is that when they do press, they have been able to force Spain to make mistakes. It's just that right now, oh, there you go. Spain made another mistake just there. And now Portugal back on the board. Their press has been quite effective. Vega, their fantastic pass to Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes' acceleration is insane. Nuno Mendes there with a horrible pass. Lucky Vitinha and Bruno were able to deal with it. Horrible pass from Nuno Mendes there. But his acceleration is out of this world. The way he's just able to from standing still, just accelerate is insane. Favorite travel destination, mine are Barcelona, Tokyo, and Rio, maybe New York and Egypt because of the pyramids. There's only one for me, and that is Brazil. Anywhere in Brazil, that's my favorite destination. Leão, cross in. Ooh. Cucurella over the last minute clearance. Very good from Cucurella. Leão there, good touch, good drive, good cross. Semedo was going to get to that ball. And you had Pedro Neto there behind him. Great clearance from Pedro Neto. Corner for Portugal now. Oh. Portugal can make something special happen here. Come on, man. Start the game. Start the game. Start the game. What is wrong with Costa? Boy, if you don't get up, we're in the final, my friend. Yeah, Nuno Mendes' acceleration is out of this world. Fantastic assist that assisted to Ronaldo. Ronaldo reading the game beautifully. Right place, right time, puts the ball behind the net. Excellent job from the captain. Ooh. Diogo Costa, get up, my friend. We've got 10 minutes left. Would have been cool to have been in Africa, though. The river now, etc. Yes, I have been to Africa before. But still, Brazil is number one destination for sure. I hope Diego Costa is okay and he just did that to try and waste a bit of time. Otherwise, if you're really injured, my friend, get out. Like, we need a fit goalkeeper right now. Corner's going to come in now. Pedro Neto is getting ready. If Portugal score here, that may be it. Neto cross in. Nothing happens. Here's Yamal. Good drive, but what's his name? Pedro Neto there with a tactical foul, not allowing Lamine Yamal to break off from that counter attack. Good decision. I would want to go to Rio or like Sao Paulo, bro. That would be cool. That would be more than cool. That would be the perfect holiday destination. But then, yeah, there's Rio and Sao Paulo, but there's also other areas in Brazil that are a lot more quieter that I'd love to go to. Okay, game has definitely slowed down now. Spread on the ball. Portugal have been amazing in the second half. Much, much more concise. Like they're defending now. Oh, here comes Spain. Here comes Mendy. Ball out to Isco. Dangerous position there for Isco. Isco shoots. Fantastic save from Diego Costa. And that's the danger. A lot of teams that do these extensive build-ups are not very good at playing through the middle. Not Spain. Mendy was able to come in, open up a bit of space, and when you have a player like Isco and a player like Lamine Yamal who can easily score from outside the box, you have to be alert at all times. Lamine Yamal, Trivela cross in, Spain, still Spain. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Collision there between Marino and who's that? Neves or Neto? It was Liang. He need Neves on the face. Ooh, kicked him in the face. Nah, he's good. You're good, bro. You're good. You're good. You're good. Let's play on. Let's play on. You're good. Portugal on the ball. Diego Costa making a business decision and playing long. Spin on the ball. Oyazabal. I think he was offside. He was offside. But Vega there still chasing the ball. Good job from Vega, but he was offside. Yeah, he was clearly offside. Vega did not take any chances though. My guy said not today, but that was going to be an amazing finish from Oyazabal. Vega said not today. Great clearance. Here comes Vitinha. Can he switch? He does switch. Leon on the ball. Come on, Leon. Be aggressive. Plays it smart. Ah, Mendes losing the ball. Lamine Yamal regains it and gains a free kick back to Spain. Great work from Yamal. True, maybe the smaller port cities or more inside the country, if that makes sense. That does make sense. And that's what I was thinking. Move the inside of Brazil. But Brazil's geography is a bit weird because, like, it is a big country, but a lot of it is covered by the Amazon rainforest and a lot of landscapes that are not the best to live in, if it makes sense. Brazil rely like most of the population lives on that coastline. Good ball there, Ronaldo. Keeper comes out early, makes a good decision. Great read there from Simon, Unai Simon. Great read. Subimendi and Isco, good link up. Isco wins the free kick there, good position. Silva and VTN do not allow him to play quick. Hodgkinson is so good on the ball, man. Excuse me. Cucurella back to Isco. Isco since he came in is that, and this is what especially reminds me of that 2017 and 2018 season. Isco's ability to play through the middle when other players are just trying to swing the ball from left to right and right to left. Isco having a player like Isco who can thread the needle and play through the middle and try and make things happen through the middle is so crucial in these games when your opposition just wants to sit back. And Ronaldo is now on the floor. Looks like his legs have given up. He looks highly upset. Ramos is going to come on. Ronaldo looks highly upset. It looks like his legs have given up on him. And once again, Ronaldo absolutely instrumental to this Portugal team. At this point, I might think that we might even get to penalties. Yeah, the terrain varies from place to place in Brazil, with some places having more mountains and others having more fields and cities. Yeah. It looks like Ronaldo is coming off. Gonzalo Ramos is off. Armband goes to Bruno. Let's see if Ramos can make something happen now. Yeah, it is asking a lot. Not to disrespect Ronaldo, but when you're getting towards your he's still in his early 40s, but when you're heading towards your mid 40s, playing at this high level, a game where you have scored as well, you have to cut him some slack. Ronaldo done very well in this game. Kept Portugal alive. If it wasn't for Ronaldo, at this minute, this game would have been done and dusted. Lamine Yamal there, poor pass. Lamine Yamal no show in this finals so far. I was going to say horrible build up there, but Gonzalo Ramos did very well to win the free kick in that position. Hutchinson there, a bit hasty. He could have followed Ramos without making that foul. I did not want this game to go into extra time. Still Portugal on the ball. Very, very comfortable on the ball so far, Portugal. Very quiet game so far. Portugal need to try and make something happen before the game ends. Bruno there, Leon. Use that pace. Good one too. Leon's got space to run. He makes it happen. Leon into the box. Wins a free kick in a very dangerous position. And that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card to Normand. That's where Leon is most dangerous. You give him a bit of space to run, he is going to exploit that space. He exploits that space and gains a this is a much better position than the corner. The free kick Leon just won, that is better than a corner in my opinion. They can make something happen here. Portugal can make something happen here. This is a better position than a how do you say, than a corner. Bruno, please do not shoot. Please do not shoot, Bruno. Make that pass. 2 minutes extra time. Bruno. Ooh, Vega. Bruno does go for the shot, and Vega almost Deflect into the right position. Great save from Unai. And Vega just deflected the wrong way. There are about 30 seconds left in this extra time. Between the break, guys, I'm just going to go and get some food ready. Pardon me, I've not had dinner yet. And that is it. The game is over. We're on the break for extra time. Imagine having a hotel room near the beach in Rio and playing football all day and ending out in the downtown in the evening. Oh, Frederick, you're speaking my language now. There's also a football museum in Rio with the jerseys and autographs of Pele, R9, Dino, etc. A friend of mine was in Rio actually, so he told me that pretty amazing place. And it's not just the football that is amazing in Rio. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna put the stream on pause for a second. I'm gonna come back in a second. Let me just try and put my food in the oven, and we'll come back. Just bear with me. Fully back, guys. My bad. Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I've only lost what 3-4 minutes. We'll be okay. Did anyone come off? Vitinha, Fernandez still on. Who came on? Neves, Semedo, Rafinha, Ram. Yeah, no one came on. It's just pretty much the same players, which is good to know. Lamine Yamal on the ball. Still nothing happening. All right, let's carry on. Yeah, just have to go and get some food ready, guys. But we're back. And let's see if Portugal can make if Portugal can stretch this game out to penalties, that will be impressive. Because France weren't able to do that, England weren't able to do that, Germany weren't able to do that. If Portugal are able to stretch this team out to penalties, that'll be very impressive. Now it is a team lacking informed Dani Olmo and lacking a healthy Rodri, but nonetheless, it is still impressive. Spain are pressing extremely high. Very good pressing from Spain, but now Mendes on the ball. Still Mendes on the ball. Can he lay it off to Leon? Leon on the ball now. Good job there from the two. Pass it back, pass it back, pass it back. Don't do anything stupid, Leon. Do not run with it. Pass it back. That's it. Vitinha. Portugal now playing a way more or much more conservative football, keeping the ball close to them, looking for the right situations. Diaz on the ball. Look, Bruno. Look, Bruno. Spain are not the ones that have sat back perfectly. Two lines there between the defense and the midfield. Excellent. Very disciplined. Swinging from side to side. Who's that? Neto. How is Neto still playing? Jeez. That's beyond me. I don't know. I kind of fancy Portugal in the penalties, to be fair. Neto there. Is that not? How is that not a free kick? Come on, ref. Portugal there now doing the pressing. I don't know if that was a foul per se. Alright, guys, play on, play on, play on, play on. Sorry, it was on a drinking water break. Yeah, I just went over to go and get my food ready. This is part of the reason why I didn't want this game to stretch to extra time. I wanted to go and eat my food and be at peace. Now this game's probably gonna run into extra time. I mean, into penalties now, because I don't really see either teams breaking each other down. Nuno Mendes has Lamine Yamal on the lock. Nico Williams has come off. I don't really see. Yamal plays it back. Isco. Yamal again. Isco cross in. Nothing. Nothing. Cucurella. No, no. Oh, if this game was about to end with a Cucurella winning goal, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed. But yeah, it's Cucurella. Nothing happened there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. If Lamine Yamal wins another final, the haters are gonna have a field day. If he loses or if he wins, they're gonna have a field day. Leon there, very, very smart from Rafael Leon to win the free kick in that position. Vitinha's got time. It's probably the smart thing for Portugal to allow this game to stretch into penalties. They've come this far, just stretch into penalties. Good ball there. Leão and Mendes, great 1-2, fantastic. Portugal on the counter. They've got Freeman in the box. Nuno Mendes still driving. Get the crossing. Takes way too long. Takes way too long to put the ball in Nuno Mendes. Oh, fight breaks out. Fight breaks out. Fight breaks out. Fight breaks out. Semedo has to hold Mendes back. Fight breaks out. Oh no. Yeah, but in that situation, like fight aside, Nuno Mendes should have made the pass a lot sooner. Not as soon as I said so, but just after he had cut in. Yeah, Baena and Mendes both get yellow cards. That was kind of silly from Nuno Mendes. There was no need to get a yellow card in that situation, especially when he had done so well to go all game defending Lamine Yamal without getting a card. There was no need to put himself in that situation. Was that a foul? Now he loses the ball. Nah, it's not a foul. There's a little touch, boots touch, but that's not a penalty. Red card. Oh no, red card check. Yeah, no red card. Let's play on. Oh, it's because he pushed him. It's because Bayern pushed him there for no reason. Leon was going for it. Nuno Smith or what's his name? Yeah, Nuno Smith doing a good job to get between. But come on, guys, no one cares about this fight. Let's get the game over with. Come on, focus on the game. Can Portugal keep up the same level of pressing? Best footy channel on YouTube here. Buy some food too if you want. I appreciate you, bro. Leon on the ball. Leon still running. Leon inside the box. Leon shoot, please, for the love of Christ. No, corner. This is what I mean. Leon and Mendes, they're doing very well to break through that right hand side of Spain, but they get into the box and they're not making anything happen. They're doing very well driving into the box, but they get in the box and nothing happens. Jeez. You know, the Spanish fans throwing a bunch of paper on the pitch. There's no need for that. Those fans should get banned. There's no need to be throwing paper on the pitch. Leon, Neto. Leon, don't be stupid. Pass the ball back. Fucking hell. Why would Leon do that? Just wasted a perfectly good opportunity, and you're Spain on the counter, but Vitinha ends it. Good job. Portugal have been dominating from the second half onwards. Lamine Yamal, very silly tackle there. There was absolutely no need. Leon, very smart, good free kick in a good position for Portugal. Lamine Yamal, there was no need to go in for that tackle. Donated 15. I didn't even see that. Oh, not yet. I appreciate you, Frederick. I appreciate you, Frederick, with the super chat. Oh, oh shoot! I didn't even see it. Sorry, it's because I've had it on full screen. My bro, I appreciate you, Frederick. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat, Fred. Thank you, bro. I wish I had my soundboard with me, but I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much, Fred. That is much, much, much appreciated. Ball comes in. Mendes, Portugal. Oh, no. That has to be a goal. Oh, no. Oh. He was offside anyways. I don't even know how to get soundboards on stream. But yeah, Frederick, my friend, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. That means a lot. You're the biggest supporter on the channel, and that does mean a lot. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. This game going very slow right now. Isco switches it. Lamine Yamal on the ball. He's got space. Lamine Yamal cuts in. Moreno loses concentration. Lamine Yamal still being active. He takes a shot straight to the keeper. Any recommend? Nah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Although I did live in London, yeah, the only place I do have a space, but I'm not going to say it. Is like a fast food space, more or less. It's good Mama's Pizza in London, but that's not like a, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm not really a guy to go out that much, to be completely honest with you. Now, this game is about to end the first half of the thingy. My alarm just went off. I just need to get my food off the oven. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Once again, Frederick, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we're back. Still, nothing's happened. Second half of extra time has not yet started. As I said, I very much believe this game will go into extra time. I'm gonna leave Fred. I'm gonna leave your super chat on the chat. I mean, on screen for now. I'm not taking it off. Once again, I appreciate you, bro. That is not coming off. That's been the highlight of the stream. Oh, interesting. Lamine Yamal comes off for Pino. Lamine Yamal comes off for Pino. Very interesting. It's time for Portugal to come up with with a response. Come on. Now he puts Jota on. Now he wants to put Jota on. What is this guy playing at? Come on, Portugal. Yeah, Neto, get off, man. This guy has done nothing. Don't talk to me about no defensive impact. This guy has done nothing in this. Really and truly since the second half, the start of the second half. As I said, I won't say he's been a net negative, but he's definitely been a net neutral. It's not really added much. Let's go. Second half of extra time, and let's jump into penalties. Oh no, that's not what I want to happen. Now, I still think Spain could get a goal here. It's going to be very imperative for Portugal to not lose focus and to keep that pressure they've had on Spain uh, all game long. By the way, when I was in Barcelona in 2019, we spent a few hours walking around the group of around the ground of Camp Nou, an unforgettable experience. Even the stadium tour was really cool and nice. Being in the player tunnel, that's definitely one of my like big goals. It's not just about the Camp Nou, but just touring around Europe and going to those stadiums, going on those stadium tours. Cucurella crossing, nothing happens. Still spin on the ball. Very, very interesting game. True, Madrid would be a great place to, even Dortmund, Munich, etc. Yeah, which that's the what that's one of the great things about Europe, like the historic football pitches. So many spaces to go visit. There you go, VT on the ball now. Like there's this Portugal, how they got off that situation is beyond me. But now they keep the ball, they take that pressure off them. Portugal have been amazing at soaking in pressure, especially since the second half. Portugal have been the first team that we've watched so far be able to derail this Spanish team. We've seen Spain play three games in the group stage. No one was able to stop them. We saw Spain in the round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, and finals. That is 7 games now. No one was able to stop Spain. We saw Spain in the quarterfinals of the Nations League and in the semi-finals. No one was able to stop them. Even in this first half, that's been 9 teams that dangerous ball. That's been 9 teams, 9 games that Spain have just been able to steamroll through other teams. And Portugal are the first team to really put up a fight against Spain. That is nothing short of impressive. Maybe you could do Bodo in Norway and watch a Bodo Glimt game. They are really good. Even went to the semis in the Europa League against Tottenham. Yeah, I remember. I remember you talking about them in the preseason. I remember you talking about them in the preseason, and to see where that team got in the end is very impressive. And I'm telling you, that is a sign of a national team that is growing. That is a sign of a national team that is growing. When you've got because a lot of those players will be from the Norwegian national team as well. So it's like just an easy way to pull talent from. Spain on the ball, but Portugal are very compact. They're not letting Spain make anything happen. Portugal have been extremely compact, not letting anything happen, not letting any mistakes derail them. Guys, because there is extra time today, We won't have the that extra time, unfortunately. But hey, next stream again next week will be there. Yep, the club football in Norway has grown. Wait there, they're spinning on the ball. Poro gets a cross in, straight back out. Has grown a lot. Norwegian league is ranked 11th or 12th in Europe right now. Yellow card there for whom? Yellow card there for Poro. I think Bruno was asking for a red. That could have been a red. That was from behind. That could have been a red. That was from behind. But I feel like he let go quick enough, and the ref doesn't really want to ruin the game. Portugal need to stay focused in the last few games. In the last few minutes, Oyarzabal is coming off as well. Very interesting. You're taking Oyarzabal, arguably the best finisher on this team, but he is knackered. He comes on from Morata, the main man, the captain. Neves as well has really been solid. How does Lyon get past three players at once, but then loses the ball? It makes a silly foul. There was no need there from Lyon to do that. Lyon there, how he got past three players? Oh, it was he got lucky. That's how he got past the three players. He got lucky. But very interesting. I mean, it is interesting, but it's like surely he would keep them on for the penalties, but no. It's this game will go into penalties, and he wants his players fresh. We've got about 4 minutes left of this extra time. 4 minutes. I mean, sorry, not 4 minutes. About 9 minutes left because it ends at 20, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's 15 plus 15. It is. It ends at 120. We've got about 9 minutes left. And Portugal can make this happen. They're going to be proving me wrong. But they need to stay focused because Spain can still score from here. Spain can still make something happen. Ball in. Oh no. Ooh. Goal kick. As we've said before, countless times so far in this stream, Nuno Mendes has been grand. If Portugal end up winning this game, we know who the man of the match will be. We know exactly who the man of the match will be. And Pedro Porro has come in at this latter stage of the game and really wants a red card. He is Pedro Porro. There's what 7 minutes left. He is fiending for a red card. One last thing about Bordeaux is that they could get the Champions League stage this season 25-26. Just need to win the two playoff games in the qualifiers of the UCL. Fingers crossed. I've got my fingers crossed as well, bro. Hopefully that works out well. Portugal on the counter now. I was going to say this is where Leon's going to thrive, where he's got space to run. But Spain control it quite well. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. There you go. Portugal doing a lot worse on the ball now. I think the fatigue is now catching up to this Portuguese team. They were a lot better in the latter stage of the second half on the ball, even creating chances. This latter stage now of extra time, it's like a lot of these players, they're just trying to make it to the penalties. The big question is pizza, tacos, or kebab. Depending on the kebab, I'll take the kebab. If it's like a German doner kebab, I'll take the kebab. Like there's I don't know if you have it in Norway, but there's this shop here in England called GDK, and it's fantastic. If it's a GDK kebab, mixed meat, mixed chicken, and what's the other? I think it's beef. If I'm not mistaken, is it beef that they have? It's chicken and something. If it's that, I'll take it. I'll take my mixed original kebab. But some kebab spots are not good. But that's the same for pizzas and tacos. Tacos definitely get cut. Bench pizza, style kebabs. Oh. Yeah, we've got about 4 minutes left, and we are feeling for penalties right now. This game has gone extremely quiet. Good ball there from Spain. Poro crossing, nothing happens. Semedo kicks the ball away. Pedro, good cross. Poro is trying to make things happen. Morata crossing. It would be a shame. There's free kick, guys. It would be a shame with 3 minutes left if Portugal makes something happen. And people on Twitter already making fun of Lamine Yamal and Nuno Mendes. I've said it. Like this season, Nuno Mendes has been one of the few players that's been able to keep Lamine Yamal quiet. He kept him quiet all game, and before he had a little incident, that little fight that wasn't even with Lamine Yamal, he done it without getting a yellow card. Fantastic. That Sofa scores giving Nuno Mendes a score of 8.4 out of 10. Depending on how the penalties go, I'll give him a 10 out of 10. Nuno Mendes executed on his game perfectly and added a bit more. Solid all game, excellent defensively, or excellently defensively, was able to score and get an assist. That in a final against the Spanish team, that is a 10 out of 10 performance in my opinion. Here we have the same kebab with gyros, chicken, meat, etc. Really great kebabs in Norway, even in the Nordics as a whole, to be fair. We have about 2 minutes left of this extra time before we get into penalties. There you go, Zubimendi. His ability to glide, to glide through the pitch is second to none. Excellent drive of the football. They need that kebab right now. Yo, these players are knackered, man. We've got about 1 minute left. Is he going to add extra time? They're going to put it up now. That's a great pass from Spain. Diego Costa does not leave it up to chance and comes out early. Good job. Leon on the ball. Leon, don't do anything stupid. Leon. Sometimes it's like Rafael Leon has like visors. Like, bro, chill, axe. You don't need to get the ball and start running straight away. Calm down. This is where I feel like Leon needs a bit more finesse in his game. Still a great player, But if he had a bit more finesse in his game, it would put him definitely a step above. Like he just gets the ball and is straight away. Let me just try and run forwards. So either try and run forwards or pass it back. Like you can cut in, bro. Like I promise you, you can cut in if you want. You're a right-footed player playing on you're a right-footed player playing on the left. Cut in. It's all right to do that. Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds left. I think the other ref is going to announce extra time very soon. The ref gives 1 extra minute of added time. That's going to go by quick. Crossing from Portugal. Oh my God. And that was it. Jota always making it happen. I mean, almost making it happen. I still feel like Jota should have came on a lot earlier. Jota's ability to play in the air needs to be studied. Does a player of his height, how is he so dangerous in the air? That's been the best chance of the whole second half of extra time. And yeah, after this goal kick, we're going into penalties. And regardless of what happens into penalties, we do have to give Portugal their flowers. They've been able to hold this Spanish team again, a team who in the last 9 games have been able to steamroll through some of the best national teams in the world. Portugal, regardless of what happens in these penalties, have done a super job to get to this point. Shout to Ronaldo as well. Shout to Nuno Mendes, man of the match. But now it's time for the big boys to come through. Now it's time. And I don't know. I did make that prediction that Spain were going to win the game 2-0. That's completely out of the window. But I did say before the second half, I did fancy Portugal in the penalties. I don't know. I usually have a good reason for my answers. Right now, it's just the vibes. Right now, it's just what I want. I do fancy Portugal in the penalties. We're going to see what happens. We are going to see what happens now. Again, great game. I appreciate everyone for stepping through. Very good support in this game. Once again, Frederick, you are a legend as per usual. Thank you once again for your support. That donation really made my day, made my stream. I appreciate you, bro. You are the official sponsor of the stream. Let me get that written down. Sorry, not official. The unofficial sponsor of the stream. So where's that not working? There you go. Unofficial sponsor of the stream, my boy Frederick. And I misspelled your name. That is Frederick. That is correct. Ooh. Just legit waiting now for penalties. Again, hopefully Portugal can make it happen. They've come very far to very far to drop these points now. Yo, Lamine Yamal, I mean, Nuno Mendes has sent Lamine Yamal flying so many times in this game. It's insane. I feel so bad for goalkeepers on penalties because there's just so much information they need to try and cycle through. It's time for the penalties, guys. It's time for the penalties. Who's going first? It's Gonzalo Ramos first. Oh, come on, Ramos, make it happen. Set the tone right. Set the tone right, my boy. Set the tone right. Make it happen. Come on, Ramos. Come on, Ramos. And Ramos, fantastic penalty. Puts it in. Portugal start off with the right foot. Oh, Portugal can really beat Spain in the Nations League. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ramos there, amazing penalty. He's done his job. Good, well taken penalty. Straight down the middle. Good job. It's time for Spain. I think it's Marino. Marino's going to take the first penalty for Spain. There's a lot of history between these two countries. Come on. Takes it in. Marino, textbook penalty. Puts it on the right spot. Straight down, bottom hand corner. Perfect penalty from Marino. Nothing fancy, nothing to mess about. Down the corner. Excellent penalty. Time for Vitinha's penalty. Oh my God. Time for Vitinha's penalty. Come on, Vitinha. Come on, Vitinha. I don't like that run up. Perfect penalty though. Very well taken. That run up was weird. Don't do it again. But very well taken. Takes his headband off. Starts swinging it about. He's done his job. He's done his part. Very well taken penalty. If he'd taken it slightly lower, the keeper would have saved it. Very well taken penalty. 2-1 Portugal. Back to Spain. Alex. Very well taken as well. Both of these teams have expert penalty takers. So far, 4 penalties taken, 4 goals, all very well taken. Excellent technique from all 4 players. Goalkeepers in these situations are rendered pretty much useless. Unless you're Donnarumma. Unless you're Donnarumma. Time for Bruno Fernandes. Come on, Bruno. Don't let me down, Bruno. Don't let me down, Bruno. Don't let me down. Come on, Bruno. If there's a man that deserves to win a trophy on this pitch today, is Mr. Fernandes himself. Right down the middle. Come on, Bruno. Perfectly taken penalty. That technique from Bruno is perfect. Bruno has mastered the penalty technique. Stares the goalkeeper down the middle. without any rush, puts the ball down the middle. That is a perfectly taken penalty. Never in a million years does the goalkeeper save that. Amazing. Again, ball back in Spain score. Portugal have scored three. Isco. Isco's gonna score. I know Isco. Here's another guy that's mastered this penalty technique. Isco's gonna score. Oh yeah, I thought he saved it then. I thought Costa saved it then. Isco scores. Oh my god. I thought Costa saved it then. He just got his fingers on it. Ball back on Spain's court. Oh, who's that? Semedo. Nelson Semedo. Oh, sorry, Nuno Mendes. Man of the match, please, Mendes, score this penalty. You've had a 10 out of 10 game. Make it happen. Score the penalty. That's a very short run up. Nuno Mendes. Perfect. Oh, I thought he was going to miss then. Nuno Mendes has had a perfect game of football here. Defended against, you cannot ask more of your fullback. That is a 10 out of 10 game. Defended Lamine Yamal, one of the best players in the world, someone who a lot of people are calling to win the Ballon d'Or. Assist, goal, and puts the ball behind the net on his time to score a penalty. 10 out of 10 performance. Time for Alvaro Morata to take his penalty. Morata. He misses. He misses. He misses. He misses. Yo, if Portugal score here, they win. Diogo Costa. Oh my god. If Portugal score here, they win. If Portugal score here, they win. Oh my god. 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 Who's gonna take it? Who's gonna please be Jota? Who's taking it? It is Jota, isn't it? No, it's Neves. Now Neves is good, man. Neves is good. Neves is good. And Portugal win. Oh my god. 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 And Portugal win. What an amazing campaign. What an amazing campaign from the Portuguese team. Oh, this was a game well worth it. This was a game well worth it. Fantastic game. Portugal do win. Amazing game, guys. This has been one of the better streams of the year. I appreciate all of you guys watching. We were going to have that link chat. We're not going to do it. Easy. Nuno Mendes, player of the match. Man of the match. Give him the trophy. 10 out of 10 performance. Ronaldo being the captain. One final trophy for Portugal. Ronaldo will have ended his career, his footballing career, having won 3 trophies for his nation. Having won 3 trophies for his nation. Fantastic job from the Portuguese national team. I am going to go to sleep a happy man. Seeing Ronaldo cry right now of happiness makes me so happy. Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Fantastic work from Portugal. Amazing. From start to finish. I am very happy for what's his name? Roberto Martinez. Done a fantastic job with this team. Portugal had a horrible first half, and then Spain had a horrible second half. and Portugal just held on to that goal they managed to get, that scrappy goal they managed to get in the second half, and they made it happen. And Ronaldo wins another trophy, and Portugal win. Guys, once again, I appreciate all of you guys watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. I appreciate all of you. Frederick, you are the GOAT. I love you, my friend. We'll be back next week. This has been an amazing stream. It's been a great weekend. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you back soon.